How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is the city I met all my best friends. And I wanna thank every brick, I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ike's place while we roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoned, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm Xavier, then I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. What people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion, and it's mine.
How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. Me and my hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I dance around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down, city of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
Bombaclat! What's up, peoples? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever the heck you are. You know what it does. I'm Doc Rock, your content creation coach. Today, we are doing our live thing we do every Tuesday, Saturday right here. Today is general live streaming Q&A. We're just going to bring your Q's. I'll give you the A's. We'll figure it out. Mr. Paul Duncan in the chat will tell you how to formulate your question to make it easier to find you. You just got to do it the way we ask, not trying to be snarky, but it does help us so that we can find your questions later. Of course, if you're catching this on the replay squad, let us know, because you can still leave your questions down below. I will get back to you and give you an answer. Also, if you're brand new around here, let us know you're new. Tell the family what's up. The family will welcome you into the Drop Squad Ohana, and we will get it twisted. Let me dive in and say what's up to my people. First, in the chat, I like to know, anybody else but me open bananas from the back end so you have the thing for the handle at the end? I just wonder. All right, let's check it out. Kills is here. What's happening? Canadian Whistle Lady. That's what Rob means by the CWL. Good morning, Gretchen. Oh, she's on the road to Seatown Art Fair, Camera Expo, oh my goodness. Please go to Biscuit Bitch and send me a biscuit because Biscuit Bitch in Seattle has the best biscuits. I'm not even trying to be funny. What it does, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Duncan. Oh my goodness. It's that school board, the Arizona school board guy. What's happening? What's happening? Boom, boom. Yes, did I send you a Storyblocks affiliate link? I don't even know if I set that up. That's let me write that down so I remember to set up my Storyblocks affiliate before I mess around and be losing out on paper. Yeah, Storyblocks is legit. I've been in there all morning because I'm finishing up this video. STORY blocks. AFFLAD. Okay, good. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for the reminder. Gang, you just got to write these things down when they be popping. What it do, Mr. Rich? Good to see you here. Michael T. Rose. What's up, boss man? Good to see you here. Let's see. Everybody's here. And we got Silver Lining Home Place. What's up, Dina? What do you mean we'll never mind that? Oh, yeah. No, it's live. It's live. It's live. It's live. It's live. That's funny, Mike. What's happening, Charlotte? Let's see. Saturday, y'all. Wishing everybody the good. Mrs. Obbs is in the building. Who doesn't know? Oh, there we go. Rob, that was a reminder next week, right? You guys saw a time change. I don't. I am hoping. I heard could be crazy. I heard there's actually a bill floating around the non-workers saying to finally just get rid of DST because it serves no purpose anymore. It's kind of asinine, but it's kind of messed up. What's up, Luis? Good to see you here. I appreciate you, fam. What's happening, Dr. E? Boom, boom, boom. Actually, I don't love them. It's not even one of my favorite foods. I kind of can't stand eating them, but the potassium is important because we're just having a cramp, and so I figure I'd take potassium. I have a cramp in my calf last night, woke my ass up. Yeah, I'm just wondering, Paul, anybody else peel it from the back? I don't even remember where I learned it from, but I think it's dope. The other thing I remember as a kid is you could take a string and you can to like a sewing thing real quick around the outside and pull the string out, and when you open it, it's already cut in half. If it makes sense. Anyway. Oh, we see Miles is here. Heather is here. What's up, Heather? Just jumped. Good to see you here. Gerald, I'm going to save that question because that is a good question. I'll explain it to you in just a second. Let me run through my peoples real quick. And we got JFK in the house. Where you going? What's up, brother? Where you going? Let's see. Hey, Ruth, good to see you here. What's up, Jerry? Jerry is in the building. MTD, what's up, Miss Lady Girl? Good to see you here. Go, Johnny, go. Hey, wait. Hey, gang, everybody say what's up to Johnny. We got us a new one in the building. I appreciate you, Johnny. I love the Harley Davidson thing you got going on. Oh, dude, it's cold in NYC already. I'm kind of missing it because it's still hot out here. Don't worry, Gerald. You're good. You'll see why I tell people about that. You'll get it in a second. Yes, I do. MTD is docrock.live/Jarvis. Docrock.live/Jarvis. All right, let me go. I'm just checking. I think I got everybody. Miss Eileen. What's up, Miss Eileen? Good to see you here. Oh, nice. Yes. Okay, Ruth is my friend because she, like me, peels bananas from the bottom. I don't know where I learned that from. It was later in life. I was in like my mid-30s when I learned it, but I love it. All right, let's see. I think I got everybody. We're almost at the bottom. Let me put Jerry's question in the queue so we can get you squared away. Oh, dude. Nice. Boom, boom, boom. And almost done. Jay Wise, there you go. What's up, my brother? Good to see you here. Kimbucha, I appreciate you, Miss Lady Girl. Okay, let's dive in real quick. Let's get it twisted. So we had this question about how do I play this track without a copyright strike? You can find this at, let me go ahead and pull it up because we've been talking about this all week, believe it or not. Why? Sometimes in the morning, my finger does not type what I tell it to type. So it gets out of hand a little bit. But let's see. Let's make sure I got this done straight here. Yes. So this is my Epidemic Sound account. Epidemic Sound, if you are unfamiliar, gives you the ability to just get any of these songs, right? So if I go over here and I type Snake City, I believe it's called. Yes, Snake City. That's the name of the group. And then City of Mine is one of the tracks that's in this list right here. And they got a lot. Okay, so they're in here somewhere down in this list. There is City of Mine. So that particular track is part of Epidemic Sound. Here's what we find funny. And a lot of people in the group, we talk about this all the time. There is sometimes better tracks on Epidemic. See, right there? It's it. It's part of the deal. Sometimes there's better tracks on Epidemic than there is on the radio. So I have completely played tracks from Epidemic Sounds and had people query if I was like breaking any rules because I'm possibly playing a commercial track. It's just Epidemic Sound is legit. If you haven't done so already and you want to get your Epidemic game on, you know me, docrock.live/beats. That's docrock.live/beats, docrock.live/beats. That would allow you to get a trial for Epidemic Sound, and you can find out for yourself the dope hotness that is Epidemic Sound. I have recently curated a couple playlists. I'm going to start doing this more often because I think it's cool when people can just find good tracks, you know, for their streaming. So this is, let me go ahead and paste this in the old chatty chat. This is my streaming list for 2021. Now, if you try to listen to this and you're not an Epidemic Sound, this link probably will not work for you. But that's my November 2021 list. Who the hell taught you how to talk, Doc? So if you want to hear that list, you do have to be actually logged into your situation. But yes, I can be found at docrock.live/beats. That is my link, and that will get you in. Oh, let's see. That is weird. Something didn't do straight. Anyway, let me just copy this link in case anybody don't get the long one. All right, boom. Let's get back. Let's get back to work. Ta-da! All right, let's see. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's funny, man. It is super funny how dope Epidemic Sound is. Another one that I like to use that we talked about in class the other day. This one's actually a little bit cheaper, but they're new, so they don't have as much stuff. But I think they are quality music. And that is this thing called Upbeat. It's at upbeat.io. It is spelled a little funny because you know how they do in these streets these days. Let me see if I can grab the beginning of this link and let you in. These guys also have very decent like music tracks. Okay, that's another good one to check out. Yeah, so I absolutely come in here, and between upbeat, thematic, Epidemic Sounds, I'm always checking out stuff. I gotta agree with Miss Eileen. Miss Eileen is on point. I don't ever listen to the radio nowadays. It's kind of
City of Mine.
That was odd. It's really crazy that I don't listen to radio anymore per se, because I was a radio DJ for decades, but now it's weird. It's a weird landscape out there. I feel bad for my friends that still work in radio. They have so many weird stuff they have to deal with now that they didn't use, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's kind of crazy. Oh, so Jerry had a good question. Do you think it's worthwhile to go back after a live stream and put in time codes? Actually, it is, and I should. I just never make time for it. And again, you guys know, if you're in Drop Squad, that's my rules now. I don't say I didn't have the time. I didn't make time. I'll be straight honest. People like to lie about they didn't have time, or they like to come up with 1,000 excuses. They might not think they're lying, but if you watch Law & Order instead of putting in the time codes, then you didn't make time. It's not that you did have time. Because I could have just not watched Law & Order and actually put in the time codes. Or I could have put in the time codes during the commercial breaks while I'm watching Law & Order. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm going to be truthful with you and be like, I didn't make time to do it. If it's a really, really good one, I will go back and SEO the crap out of it because it does help. And it's funny how many people say that, well, live streams don't get any replay value. I'm going to call bull hockey on that. I get a lot of replays on my live stream, and sometimes they're just good and you got good info in there so you can put it. So you're going to have to kind of check your situation and see how it works with your crowd. But yeah. Boom. That's another thing too. Keely brings up a good point. Ask your moderators and regulars to help you with that. And so what that means, right? You can come up with a cool thing like a code word or something, like timestamp that. So Rob or Camera Junkie or Miss Keely, then one of them will write timestamp in my thing. That tells me when I scrub through it, I can scrub through it at 2-3x, and I can just look in the chat and find out where the timestamp pops up. I've had Rob text me or email me like physical timestamps, you know, roughly around in the chat, which helps me find out where to lock things. So that comes into play where that helps you out when you want to do a repurpose content. You can find it faster because you don't have to sit there and scrub through the whole thing. So yes, Keely is right. Your moderators, if you say, hey, somebody timestamp that, and you know your mod squad is, they will do that, and that does help. Thank you, Keely, for that piece of advice-y. That is very, very good. Yeah, it only takes a couple minutes. Oh yeah, let me give you guys one more pro tip while we're on the subject matter. Back to the mission at hand. Okay, so check this out. If you are using your caster of Rhodes, am I the only one who just kept this red thing? I know it comes off, but I don't know why, but I like it there. If you also record here, right? Like say you got this running the whole time, you can just press the blue flag up here, and that leaves a marker. So then when you bring in your sound file will be pre-marked. You can use those markers, and you can delete the sound file after, but you can use those markers because it'll come in marked. So when you drop it into your editor underneath your video track, you line it up, your markers will be in place. So that's a couple different ways you can kind of mark on the fly. Thanks, JFK. Thanks. Why you gotta throw me under the bus? I thought we was tight. You know what, dude? You give up a very good piece of advice, and the minute you got like 5-10 people in your thing, pick a moderator. Like, it sounds crazy, but you want to pick a moderator ASAP. It does make your job a lot easier. And you got people who are like professional moderators now, like Paul and Kim, you know, like they're just super, super good at it. They do it so much. I think Kim comes from her days of QA specialist in tech. And I mean, it's just, you know, taking annotations and stuff like that is part of her life. And then Paul is just Paul. He's just Mr. Moderator Supreme. So yes, as soon as you get any like momentum in your streams, you just go. You just absolutely just go. And you get your moderator. It really does make your life so much better. Like, it's kind of crazy, but it does. It just does. Yeah, I like the upbeat UI too, Kim. You're very much so. Upbeat is just, I don't know, it's something nice about it, and it does have, yeah, I like their thumbnails. I like their curation is really, really good. And so if you go in here and you look at some of these things, right, let me see if I can embiggen this. Click on the browser duck. Can you embiggen it a little bit? You see how they got, you know, the elevate, engage, breezy vibes, cinematic moments. Like, they kind of make it easier for you to find your thing, right? So let's say we want to go into vlogging with style. And then you got on the thumbnail for vlogging with style, you had Sydney Diagazon. I call him Sydney diagonally, you know, like Diagon Alley, where my Potter's at. Anyway, so you click that, and then you come in here, and, you know, they just got it all. I love this track right here. Boom, it's just good. And you see that? That normalization tells you that they filled it. So that might have been loud, but you can tell by the waveform that they filled that sucker up, right? They just got good tracks. They got a lot of good tracks. And their system is really good. The cool thing about them is it's not that expensive. Oh, look, there's a link. I just never set this thing up yet. Haha. I guess I need to hurry up and fix that. Alrighty. I'll fix that today. I'll go in here and do my affiliation, because I don't know if you guys know this, but that's the money shot. Let's talk about this for a quick second. Everyone loves to come in and talk about trying to get their channels monetized. Any long-term creator will tell you monetization isn't all it's cracked up to be, right? You want to get yourself out there and work on your affiliate game, work on your referrals, and work on your off-platform income. That is how you turn this into a real life. Ad rev is ad rev. It's cyclical than a mug. Like right now, we're about to get into the get paid season because it's the holiday season. But January through like May, after you turn the corner, ad rev sucks. Unless you're like a Valentine's channel, you might pop, right? Some of the finance channels and stuff like that might pop. But yeah, you know, ad rev isn't really what you think it is. It's not bad, but it's not going to, you know, like make you rich, right? So what you want to do is you want to set yourself up, and my lucky number is 2 and 8. So I'm into things like 8, 22, 28, 82, 88, things like that. So I say I'm on a mission to try to get 28 income streams from just this, not anything outside. That's not including, you know, stock portfolio investments or whatever. Just from being a creator, I'm out to generate 28 income streams. You got to pick your number, make it what you want. I just pulled that number straight the heck out of my Okole. Look it up with your Hawaiian to English translator. Yeah, I just think that is how you're going to stay in business, how you're going to be able to continue to do this on a regular basis. So, yeah, that is it. Let's see. JFK says, do you think live streams as a music creator ruins the surprising? Ain't no surprising music no more, bro. Like, yeah, it's hard to describe. That's a good question, but it's hard to describe that. See, I think this is just me, and then we could ask the rest of the family. You know, the rest of the family would tell you the truth. I personally, ever since a little kid, I love those factory videos. I've always loved those factory videos, like how the joints is made, right? If you're a music creator, you have something in your wheelhouse that other folks don't have. You know how to create music. Do you know, out of every 5 folk, how many want to learn how to do something musically? Probably like 2, maybe 3, right? Probably like 2, maybe 3. So if 60% of the population wants to learn how to make music, let's just pack it off and make it light. 40%, and let's just keep it simple. 42%, life, universe, everything included. 42% of the population wants to know how to do music. If you're not teaching music online and you're a music creator, you are rolling your roller skates over your Johnson. You just should. And all the music people are like, well, I don't want to tell nobody my secrets. Ain't no damn secrets. Most of the music out there follows a certain theory, if you will. Even the people that do it by accident still sort of follow theory. So I would be teaching it. That's not going to affect your clients. Your clients don't want to learn. If they do, they would have learned it already because you can learn everything on YouTube. Your clients are still going to hire you because they want to hire you because they don't want to do it. That's living the infinite game versus living the finite game. Living the infinite games, like I got to take the knowledge I have and hold it for myself to make sure that I can make the most money out of it by people hiring me to use my knowledge. That's the finite game. Then you get busted in the head by your old lady, you get amnesia, your business model is effed. The infinite game. I take everything I know and I teach it. I teach it so often that people want to pay me to learn it one-on-one, or people want to learn it from me at a consistent basis. And then I'm making course or something, right? I'm doing seminars. I'm doing things like that. That puts up, right? So now the course is earning 24/7. The webinars or the seminars or whatever is earning whatever. You get busted in the head. You lose your dang mind. You got amnesia. Course still making money. Clients don't call you for 6 months. Course still making money. YouTube videos that you've posted, guides that you've put on your website that they can download, learn these key progressions, chord progressions, you know what I mean? Those are still making money. Busting the head in the hospital, ice pack, knock the out, you still earning money. Get off that finite mindset where your butt got to be in the seat for you to make loot. If your butt has to be in the seat for you to make loot, you are effing up. Next question. Love you, James. Good to see you here. Boom. Miles. What's up, my brother? Okay, I'm scrolling. Boom, what the heck am I missing? I click the link in the playlist. It goes to my playlist. Every sound doesn't go to your. You know, that's really funny. You said you were logged in, Rich. Rich, we're going to try this in class because that happened the other day, and you're supposed to be able to share these lists. So, I don't know. We'll figure that out in class. Oh, Snack Nasty. What's up, Snack Nasty? Inside joke. Look it up. Snack Nasty. That's my new favorite. I have a client that and they get 100 streams. Wow. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. That is amazing. Oh, snap. That is amazing. I like that, Jerry, because a lot of people out here, and I'm not going to make any trouble, but a lot of people still swear that you cannot. Why does that sometimes? I got to ask the boys about that. A lot of people swear out here that you cannot grow a channel with Livestream, and I call bull hockey on that, as G says up there in the chat, double bull hockey. It can happen. It's possible. You know how we do. Yo, dang, Ray kills? That is crazy balls. What's up, Vinny? Good to see you here. K-Walk in the building. Good to see you here. Working from school. That's funny because, like working from home, now you're working from school. Don't worry, Miles, you got it. Oh, you know what? Check this out, gang. Let me get further in the chat, and I'm going to go steal something, and then I gotta see. Now, okay, let's cover something real quick because Rich puts this up here. Rich said I can go 30-minute stream and it codes in at about 10 minutes. 2x playback is helpful. One thing I want to talk about the scenes, right? English is my second language. You kind of sort of train your audience on whether you have replay value. And what's funny, at least two of the people who love to tell everybody that they don't get any replay value on their streams, I'm watching their streams on replay. I find it hilarious because they stream at times where sometimes work is in the way and I can't see it, but I do want to see what's up. I do want to catch what's up. And so I'm literally watching their streams on replay and they're talking about that there's not necessarily any replay value on the streams. And so if you come here, Doc, let me go ahead and throw this up real quick as a reminder for you folks. Come on, get your sizing together, Doc. If you fight for your limitations, that's exactly what you're going to get. So if you keep telling yourself, I don't get any replay value on my streams, you ain't getting no damn replay value in your streams. Life does what you tell it. So if you say, I'm going to set myself up for replay value in my stream, you will start to get replay value in your streams. Whatever you fight for. I'm bad on camera. Yes, you're bad on camera. I sound funny. Yep, you sound funny. I can't, seem to get my organization skills together. Yep, you can't get your organization skills. Adjust your mother language. Miss Eileen is here. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Adjust your language. I am working actively on my organization skills. I am working actively on blocking time. I am working actively on learning to like editing. I love learning new stuff. If this is hard, everything is hard. Your ass couldn't walk for 9 months, some of you a year and a half, depending on your feet. Walking is hard. You know what you do now every day? You walk. You walk around while you complaining. Stop saying that mess. Say, I like to learn new things. I like to learn new things. I am elbow deep in learning the script so I can be faster at it. I put in a half an hour a day in the script so I can get better at it. I still suck, but that's okay. I suck now. Mid-December, I'm going to be doing freaking moonwalks around the script. I'll call Jay LaBeouf and tell him how to use the damn program. Y'all just be out here with the simple stuff. Oh, this is hard. I'm having a hard time. Yeah, because you keep saying that mess. I am at a position right now where I can't be as effective as I want to be, but I wish to get better. That is a statement the Drop Squad can roll with. Well, I can't do this because my knuckles hurt. Your knuckles. Your eyes don't hurt. Open the book. Well, I can't do this because my back was hurt. I was in bed. iPad, Audible book will talk to you. YouTube will talk to you. Podcast with the Enthusiasm podcast will talk to you and entertain you. But if you went to bed and you just laid there in pain and didn't absorb nothing progressional, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We can't be friends. I am teaching myself how to do something while I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know. I'm sorry. Y'all get me on these side rants sometimes. Thank you, Ruth. Preach it. Preach it. There are no more secrets. Secret people will freaking lose. We are in a different climate. Secret people will lose. The people out there that, Ruth, here's a good one. I learned from Trey Radcliffe, who's a world-class photographer years ago. Trey don't copyright nothing. He gets paid to travel all around the world and produce like fantastic photos, and he doesn't copyright anything. I learned from him a long time ago, I'm not copywriting stuff. I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there and let the world have it. And he makes probably more than some of these photographers from your neighborhood that be like throwing their freaking logo in the corner of every picture. And he's out here banking. Entire countries pay him to come and shoot photos in their area. Dude don't copyright anything. I'm serious. The scarcity mindset will bury you. Okay? I can't explain it to you enough. The scarcity mindset will absolutely bury you. You will be in the grave holding all of the crap that you squeezed onto. Thank you. Thank you, Miles. Miles, I'm telling you, man, I'm loving you right now because you have been growing up big time. Kev, get that hair did. That's how you do it, man. Keep it simple. Do it yourself. Just peel it. Just peel it. I'm just checking. He caught that camera junkie. Yeah, I understand that. I understood exactly. No, not at all. I'm telling you, like, you could do the entire process. You could teach the whole process, show them how you done, and then have people pay to download the full song because they get to study it in its completion. Like, the music industry is ripe for context creators. There's so much money to be made, but half of them are still doing it wrong because they're still doing it like the way things used to be, and it's not like that. You looking at Herman Miller, dude. Again. Oh, from where you at? Look in New York City under startups that be closing because you can pick up a Herm for really cheap. What are you trying to say, Greg? That didn't make no sense. I'm teasing. Oh, leave an Easter egg in my live stream. Oh, there you go. That's funny. And it has speed in reverse. Yes, right, Rich. Check that local Craigslist, man. That is definitely true. Jerry said, I've been trimming off the countdown. Oh, if you want to lose your chat, trim off the countdown, but don't trim the countdown because it'll lose your chat. And then you just train your people. That's okay. Here's one of the advantages of me having the same song every time. You guys know exactly what to do, right? You know exactly how long that song is. You guys been here for well over a year. You know where it's at. You just slide right to it. You're good to go. Remember, trimming your live feeds will lose your after fact chat, and sometimes it adds context to what you're talking about, so I like to just leave it there. Let's see. Here we go. 27 concurrent views today, 293 views, 90 minutes of me ranting about hockey rooms. There it is. Thank you. See, Kills, I'm telling you, man, like what's happening is the consumption of live streams is changing now, right? People are changing their habits. And a lot of people are looking at that number that exists right here. They're not looking at the number that exists here because they're thinking about what's happening today, right? As you start to ramp up, as you become more known in your crew, as you start to develop your name, people will go back and watch your old stuff because they want to just see, like, man, I really vibe with this person. What else did I miss? That fear of missing out is legit. So you might only have 5 people in 3 watch times now, but it will come back. You know what I'm saying? It will come back. Yes, that is correct. That is correct, Jerry. People, because of that type of context, people will come back. So again, you have to put your stuff in a position and train your people that replay is where it's at. Train your people that it's not to be missed, right? Then you know. Thank you, Jay Wise. I appreciate that, my brother. Mr. Sammy Superstar. You know what, Sammy? Camera Junkie and I were teasing you yesterday because I was wearing my Sammy Super Chat shirt and I saw you on 2 streams and you ain't even say nothing. And that's unlike you. So that's why it was funny. Boom. Your voice is fine for me. Boom. There you go. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, JFK. You understand, right? You just got to like tell yourself, see, this is fantastic. D, you're on point. Because, yes, even here in the island, we lose power all the time. But you just got to have a list of things you can do when there's no power. Boom. Have the world copy me. Yes, yes. Yo, what's up, Beto? Man, you change avatars like every 5 seconds, which is dope, but it's funny because it messing me up. And I love this one. This one is great. Hey, Parker, I thought you wasn't coming. What it do? Hello, Jackie. How's TV life? Good to see you here. Mr. Junkie Camera says, Harris, oh, thank you. Oh, my good. Gave away all the music, but then the Spotify playlist is paying them. And that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, it's kind of crazy. This is really funny, Jackie, that you bring this up. There was a great conversation on the couples table, and Heather has said something extremely controversial, and I would love to panel discussion this one with her because I don't want to put her speaking out of context because, of course, everybody's going to have what works for them. But she said if she had to do it all over, and she said point blank, what I'm going to say is 100% controversial. She said that if I was going to do it all over again, I think I'm right. Everybody, a lot of you guys was there. You tell me if I said it right. I wouldn't worry about being consistent. And I was standing in the bathroom, 1 foot in the shower, 1 foot still on the ground. I was like, what? Are you high? Are you out of your Bo McLeod mind? Then she explained it further. And I kind of understand, but I don't. So here it is for me. The worst thing ever is to go to your favorite restaurant and you order your favorite dish and it don't taste like your favorite dish every time. The worst thing is when your favorite dish is a gamble. One of the reasons why, as much as I love cherries, I hate cherries because cherries are either all the way good or all the way nasty. And I understand why a lot of people don't like cherries when they eat fresh cherries because they're always getting the crappy, nasty ones from Costco. But after living in Japan and tasting the real deal Holyfield delicious cherries straight after the cherry blossom tree, I freaking love cherries. But Japan puts in the effort with the way that they grow so that every single one tastes the same. Here, we don't do that because we machine everything. So in the same bag, you're going to get like 7, 8 different flavors of cherries. You don't want to buy an $8 bag of cherries when they're inconsistent. But I, without even blinking, buy a $30 bag of cherries in Japan because every single cherry in that bag will taste exactly the same heavenly, toe-curling, make your eyes blink, food-gasmic, delicious sakurambo. Right? So, for creators, her point had to do with being on this grind of being brand new and trying to crank out a video every week for 2 years because that is the recipe, and then people get into quote-unquote burnout. I have so many things to say about burnout that people don't want to hear from me because I'm a hard ass, and I think a large portion of people's burnout is excuse making. There are some people who actually put in that work and they drive themselves crazy. They put in 20 hours a day and they literally burn out. But I'm going to say that's in the Pareto side and not the principle side. Right? I'm saying that's 20% of the people will actually burn themselves out. I think 80% will be like, oh, this was hard, so I'm burnt out. And my point to her after, and then she took it, which was okay. We will stand at opposite ends on this conversation, and I still love her. Has to do with if you give people the ability to make an excuse, there are those who will take that excuse and embiggen it. I like to take all your excuses off the table, and then if you come to me at some point and be like, no, F you, doc, this is real deal Holyfield, I'll accept it because your previous output has shown me that you're a worker. And it's not about me. I'm just using this as a way to explain it, okay? You got to do you. But even that, sometimes telling people you got to do you, you've been doing you for 40 years and you ain't where you want to be, so maybe you should stop doing you. That's another statement that needs to get punched in the nuts. You know if you are an excuse maker. So if you know you are an excuse maker, then you have to be consistent. If you know that you can take time off and then come back with the fire and crank out a bunch and keep going, that's fine. Everyone does need breaks, but you all have worked with somebody. You all have worked with somebody who every time somebody says take a break and come back in 10 minutes, that person come back in 20. You know people that will take a break before their break and then come back when they're seen by the crew or the boss and be like break time and take another break. So the blanket ass statement of everybody needs breaks, kind of bullshit, dude. Because some people, they be on break all the time. And you know that because you work with these people. And if you don't know anyone like that, you're it. Because I guarantee you cannot work with 4 people and one of them doesn't do that. It's not normal. Somebody always out there cheating. Thank you, Jackie, for starting my rant bus again. And now I'm Miss D in the comments. Yes, Madison seating is legit. Thank you, Ruth. I appreciate you. Pre-production is the bomb. Pre-production is the bomb. The power of live is definitely the community. So yes. There you go. Dang, you're doing good there, Mr. Mage. Yes, you got to make sure you give good value. Actually, I even want to take some of that away. In the beginning, you don't have to worry so much about the value. In the beginning, you got to get the muscle done, right? Okay, when you first started working out, right? For instance, in bodybuilding or whatever, when you first start working out, you definitely got to go to the gym 6-7 days a week. As you get further along, you can peel it back to like 2 and maintain, but you got to build foundation. And part of that foundation isn't that consistency, isn't about the posting schedule. That's what gets you through learning how to edit, learning how to shoot, learning how to talk, learning how to perform, learning how to be present. That's what you get from the consistency of doing it once a week for 2 years. By the time you get at the end of that 2 years, you're really, 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 really good at shooting, editing, posting, and the whole 9 yards. Then if you peel back to like once a month or so, that's fine, right? And you can do once a month if you're Marshall and you put together like insanity level videos. But again, a lot of people are just making an excuse. There you go. That's a prime example. That's what I said in my repeat. People need to know where to find you and where you're going to be, right? And again, see, your body will tell you when it's health-wise, right? Your body will tell you when it's health-wise. And those are real. I don't want anyone to think what I said is I understand mental health fully. I understand what it's like fully. And I understand that some of us deal with certain things a different way. Right. But here's also what I say. If I'm going to take a break for my health, I'm still working on my brain, because even though I can't say produce, I can learn myself something. I can study something. I can research something. You know what I'm saying? I could catch up on emails or whatever. Yeah. So it's kind of different. Right. But yeah, it's a good point. And this lies the problem though, Jackie. There's a huge difference between, you're a professional creator, so you're a whole different game, right? But there's a huge difference between people trying to get into this and you're giving them an excuse on how to get out of it. And at the same token, they're whining about how they want to get out of their job. Like, if you watch any of the people that have made it, all of the come up stories, they've pushed through pain in order to get to where they are. And yes, the sports analogies thing does get old because it's different, but even your business leaders, like a lot of these people have pushed through crazy amounts of pain in order to get what they want. Something has to give. Hustle culture is absolutely dangerous, but boom. Mr. David McGill, first of all, thank you for the super chat. I did write on my note, remember to put up the super chat BP today, but then I was busy eating toast instead of bringing my butt down here. This is the Elgato low profile. It's amazing. I love it. There you go. It probably did take you 10,000 hours. That's funny, Victor. Yes. I don't like eating in front of my computer because I love my keyboard. But bananas don't crumb, so I'll eat that. I'm really not a fan of eating in front of my computer. But that's what you got. Everybody has a different thing. But you know, it's super funny, gang. You got to be honest with you. All of us people as YouTube coaches, right? And just, I guess Heather kind of brought this up a little bit. All of your YouTube coaches and stuff like that is you got to know your limits, right? You got to know what you do. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I told you guys this before, but I was working myself like a maniac, like 20 hours a day. And at age 41, I had a stroke because I was overdoing it. So I know what overdoing it looks like, but I also know what it looks like to just be like, I ain't doing it. I'm going to go sit down and do this. And then 6 months later, wonder why you haven't migrated anywhere. I've done both, right? So you got to know, what's right for you, but you also got to be honest with yourself when you're taking the short. That's what we say on the block. Take no shorts, right? You know when you're taking a short. You know good and damn well when you should get up and go do what you got to do as opposed to like sit back and chill and then complain to the internet how the algorithm is messing up your productivity or how the algorithm is messing up your views. So, I mean, you definitely got to know the difference, right? It's kind of funny, but how we got to that. But yeah, it's just one of those things like, you know, I think one of the reasons why I'm such a hard ass about the excuse making and stuff like that is Nabob ruined my channel from doing it. Like I said, I've been here 15 years and like 2012 or 13, I had a video that shot to 700-some thousand views. And instead of doubling down and getting to work and like blowing the channel right then and there, I went and hid for various reasons. And that was stupid. And now I'm digging myself back up here. I should be sitting at probably close to, 200,000-300,000 had I kept going, doing what I was doing when that video hit. But I ain't did it because I talked myself out of it, because I got complacent and I got lazy and I had started having all these excuses as to why I could not. So as someone who's actually ruined their channel already, I'm trying to explain to you. David, this is a funny conversation. No, but we've been talking about this for a minute. I can give it to you real quick because it's simple. 1 second. I'm gonna use my iPhone camera instead of Filmic today, because my Filmic is messed up. I need to reinstall. I don't know what the heck I did, but I broke it. Okay, clean the lens. Always, it's just a thing. You know how we do in these here streets. Let me turn on NDI, HX capture. Start the broadcast. Thank you, G. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, so it's funny because when I go hard and I tell people, like, stop making excuses to do the work, a lot of people think I'm one of those hustle culture assholes. I was, and it almost killed me. But even coming from having a stroke from overworking myself, I'm also not going to over lazy myself either, because it's just as bad. And I don't think no one wants to give it its worth, because everybody wants to be like, oh, we're over hustling is a bad thing. It is. But so is not doing what you know you're supposed to do. All right, that didn't work. Let me try something else. Come back up. Wake up. All right. It's funny, but it's coming up in vertical mode when it shouldn't. So let me do something real quick and fake the rotate. All right. So here we go. That is a Sony a6400 with a Sigma 16 lens on the back. That is a Desk View T3 teleprompter that I don't use the teleprompt, but I do use it to look down the pipe. And as you can see, that's normally what it sees, so that I can see what you guys see, right? There is my iMac 2020 fully loaded. I got my Loop Decks CT and live, Keychron keyboard, M1 Mac Mini as the other computer, 34-inch beast mode, DAC board on the roof, and then cameras are ZV-E10, again, Sony a6400, ZV-1, looking at the caster of Rhodes Pro, right? Up there, Nanlite 60 inside of a lantern, a beauty ball lantern, and then a Nanlite 200 inside a 36-inch softbox. And then in the back behind me, I have Boyaka. In the back behind me, there's 3 Aperture NCs producing the orange, an Aperture B7C producing the orange right there, and 2 Nanlite Pavo Tube that way. Thumbs don't go far. 2 Nanlite Pavo Tube 6Cs producing the purple on the back wall, and then the effing ficus. Apple leather. It's an apple leather with the wallet. You know, it's see, look, apple leather. Pop the wallet. Love this thing. Yeah, the thing about the apple leather case is just that once that patina gets done, it's gorgeous. So that's the entire studio tour, Mr. David McGill. That's what you get for $5. Thank you, boss. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, Shure SM7B, and then I have my backup, which is a Shure MV7X. Should something happen and the SM7B goes crazy for a second, MV7X. And no, I do not use a cloud lifter on my SM7B. I use a half Puerto Rican, just loud. Boom. Whenever I want to criticize someone and get mad at my client, I think to myself, okay, I got to do better on your channel, or you go put in the work. You know what it is? That is 100% true, fam. Like, learning to put in that work. You know, Jerry, you know I love you because you always say profound things at the right time, right? A lot of times when we are hating on another person's channel or whatever, and you're human, so don't make like you don't want to do it, because it's hard not to. Whenever you hate on another person's channel, you hate another person's video, there's something about them that is showing you a deficiency in yourself, and you point it out. You just don't know it. Most people don't realize that. But if you can realize that and know to work with it is one thing. Maybe you don't realize it when you say it, but maybe really think down deep, you'll find out like what it is. There's something about that person, right? Now that's different from like, I just don't vibe with this person thing. I respect their talent. I respect their thing. Maybe, you know, like I respect their music, but I just can't listen to it. It's not my thing. That's a different story. But yeah, normally when you're criticizing or something, and so here's where this one cracks me up, Jerry. I'm almost at the point now where I get pissed when someone says, "Oh, your video is jerky," or your stream is lagging, or your mouth and your audio don't connect. Because what that telling me is that person who's watching, and again, it's not because I give a what you say about me. This is what I feel. I feel the person that was watching is busy watching the minutia and missing the overall point. They're missing the part where someone told you to invest in Apple stock when it was $4 because they had laggy audio. You're missing the point where someone told you to buy these Bitcoins at $10 because they had, 540p video. You're focusing on the wrong stuff as an excuse for not learning what you need to learn in order for you to get what you got to get. That's what happens when you're focusing on somebody else's shortcomings. You're using that as an excuse to not do the crap that you need to do. And that's exactly what Jerry said in a little bit of different light, but they're both the same sides of the coin, or two sides of the same coin. See, there you go. Somebody like, he don't know what he's talking about because he can't even say a parable straight. All right, cool. Knock yourself out. While I'm over here counting paper, then you just go and dig your toe socks, the crud out. What's happening, family? How you doing? Bro, that's funny. That's super funny. I can't tell you why. Yes. You know what? Yes and no. I get where it comes from, right? And Greg, I mean, you might understand part of this too. I get where it comes from because Gary, like us, okay, first of all, let's get it twisted. We're East Coasters, right? That's just what we do over there. But he was a person who was knocked for being Russian kid, right? Any of us POCs, we know what this is about. So you tend to overperform trying to fit a standard. And he just did it to a perfection. And then a lot of other people who don't have, this is going to be super controversial, so start unsubscribing now. A lot of other people who don't have that type of ethic because they didn't grow up getting beat down all the time, they don't have the intestinal fortitude, they don't have the strength, they suffered when it came time to the hustle culture. Those of us who, that wasn't really hustle culture, that was survival culture, we have that built in, right? A lot of us hood kids, a lot of us POCs, we started working at 8, 9, 10, 11 to feed our fucking families. So we know how to work 20 hours. It is in our DNA. People who didn't have to do that because they did not have an abundance of melanin, a lot of times they weren't ready for that level of work. And then they went to the internet and needed a safe space. I have never needed a safe space for someone calling me a name because I've been growing up being called names my whole life. I don't have the right to call someone soft because they can't take it. But it's like people not from the Middle East, like live there, born and raised kind, can't handle 95, 96, 98 degree weather on a regular basis. People not from inner circle Siberia cannot handle below 10 weather. The people from there, it's just a day, right? If you live in sub-Saharan Africa, 90 degrees is 90 degrees. It's daily basis. You don't even think about it. So we have certain parts of us culturally that are built in to allow us to handle hustle culture different, because it wasn't hustle culture to us. To us, it was survival. We've been doing it since we was kids. We watched our parents do it since we were kids. So to us, that's normal. Being out on a Saturday at 12 years old with a lawnmower cutting 10 grasses, you know what I'm saying? So that I could come home with $100 to give to the kitty for the family so that we could eat that week, that was normal. Not 10 grasses, 10 yards. You know, English is not my thing. I was yardinero from little kid because that's how we ate. You know what I'm saying? So Gary comes from that being a Russian kid, growing up a Russian kid in the 80s and 90s in the U.S., bro, he got that ass beat. He won't tell nobody that, but he got that ass beat on a regular basis. It was a Cold War. You know what I'm saying? So his level of fight back, his level of pushback comes from being effed with. And that wasn't for quote unquote normal Johnny to try to do and then burn themselves out. I remember seeing a creator come on talking about how distraught they was when someone said something heinous to them in the chat. And I almost laughed, but I understand they don't have the experience of people calling them jacked up stuff. I mean, really nasty jacked up stuff. I've been called nasty jacked up stuff from the police, from teachers, just for being a freaking dark-skinned kid. So when someone says it to me in the chat, it's, ha ha, that's funny. I've been catching that since I was 8. Yeah, so, I mean, I understand it, but boom. Thank you, Mr. David McGill. Again, I appreciate you, my brother. Oh, yeah, sorry, I did not mention the Lilliput. That's a Lilliput A7. And I don't use it for a teleprompter. I just use it so it allows me to look down the pipe when I have a guest and stuff on. Well, I do have one of those, Miss Jackie. I do need to update it, but I do have it. Yeah, you don't need it. Thank you, Miss Kills. See, I love my moderators. My moderators is in there. Boom. Yes, Jerry. All of that in a bag of chips. Let me screenshot this real quick. Wait, I'm gonna do this again. I gotta make the face. I'm learning this from Nikki. I'm gonna steal this, Jerry. This might end up on IG. Hey, wait. See, come on, Doc. Get it together. How you going to do this when you can't get a screenshot straight? There you go. That is facts right there, Jerry. Thank you, Mr. Paul. Thank you. That's funny as crap. Michelle. Okay. I know you guys, anybody in Drop Squad want to bet that Michelle was at Home Depot first? She's driving home from Home Depot. Dude, that's what I'm talking about, Rob. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. It's in my DNA too. Hey, dude, I ordered one. Jim, I ordered that Clock Technic C1 because I just wanted to show people that it's worth it for the amount of money because it's so cheap. Thank you, Ruth. I appreciate you. Right? Bruh, that is funny. That is funny, bro. I spent a lot of time as a child in those neighborhoods of Bmore, so yes. Tommy, it's the same link from last year, bro. So if you got any of the emails, is there. And but I'll DM you real quick in a second. Are you going to come to class, Tommy? I would love that, bro. It's been a minute. Miss your face. Right? Isn't that crazy? Dude, thank you. I'm with you, man. Kuwait was hot. It was hot, hot, hot. You dude, you know what's funny? I think I talked about this last week, JFK. I wouldn't wear my glasses as a kid, and then everybody thought I was illiterate, but I just didn't wear my glasses as a kid because that was going to get you worked, bro. But now, like, it's normal. Now kids out here wearing fake glasses. Yeah, there you go. That is true. Yes, that is true. 100%. He did work his ass off in a different time. And I think a lot, again, though, Greg, to this point, a lot of people are seeing the end result and thinking that there's some luck involved, there's some whatever. A lot of people don't realize how long he was working to get to the point where he can be able to come out and tell everybody else how to get to the point. And then so there's that shortcut. That's that whole IG thing that, you know, Congress is mad at IG about because people are looking at end results and not paying attention. Yep, you got to square up sometimes, 100%. Yes, Paul, I know you know, right? You count in the POCs, but I forgot what the new terminology is. Is it B-pop? No, that's the Asian one. See, I forgot what the new term is. Yeah. Bruh. Catching them cans, bro. I remember when recycling first came out, bro. It was a thing. Oh, I see. What are you, Alec now? I remember we used to walk around with them on our feet and just make noise, tick, 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 tick. And then somebody was like, you know, you could turn those in and get money. And then we went around collecting cans for sure. Yes, Jerry absolutely hit the nail on the head with that, Ruth. 100%. Let's see. I'm laughing at you guys. Oh, sorry, Jerry. Sorry. Oh, hey, Jackie. I know Keely gave you the answer, but, oh, you just don't know. Like, we get down in class. We have us a good old time. All right, speaking of which, I'm going to play the class promo over here. If you don't know, rest. Make sure we got it working. Okay, it's working. This is the Drop Squad class. You can catch this on buymeacoffee.com. We get together every Saturday and we go through some things and we make sure that all is working. We sort of, you know, catch our everythings, right? Like planning, figuring things out, bounce ideas off of each other. We learn some new skills. We put those skills to work. We crack jokes a lot, too much, all of the above. But it's fun and a great, fantastic group, and I absolutely love them to death. They are the motivation to keep the party going. And then, yes, it is amazeball. So you can get involved by jumping over onto the Buy Me a Coffee page, and you can be in the class. Speaking of which, gang, let me see. Come back here. So we'll be back Tuesday. We're going to do this one more again. I like to appreciate all the new people that came through. You know, our family, we're good folks, man, and we keep people hustling. So if you want to be down, go to the Buy Me a Coffee page, jump in. Come and hang out with us, or if not, just invite somebody else that you know needs to see this, people that are working on their grind. I am not going to get you a hustle culture, but I am also not going to get you to allow yourself to make excuses and stop you from doing you that you know you need to do, right? That's going to be the way I adjust that. Oh, you do you. Some of y'all got to stop doing you. Some of y'all been doing you for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, and you in the same spot because that you is the one that you trying to change. And I'm okay with that. It's okay. You can try and fail 100 times as long as you're still trying. But sitting around doing nothing, we fit in the box. We fit in the box. You got to be willing to put it in. Jackie's cracking me up because, yes, that was me, dude. I was famous. I was famous for walking around with them things on my shoes. All right, Rob, I will see you in class. I got to bounce. It's okay, fam. I know that you are out there serving the country as well, so you go have yourself a good time. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. See, G had a question. Where's the record button to Ecamm? It's here, but mine says finish right now. This right here where it says finish, or where it's you pick your destination, change it from Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, change it to record only, and then you'll be in there like swimwear. Also, if you go to what's this thing called, YouTube, and you search for Ecamm Live record only mode, there's a video with my large head on it that tells you how to do that too. Boo, there's the video. There's a fantastic video out here where they're talking about this limited mindset versus a finite mindset. And on one of the videos, Simon was talking about how he was at a talk in Microsoft, and the entire upper management, employees, everybody running around planning strategic team and everything. And this is like circa 2003 or something. Everybody at Microsoft was talking about beating Apple. He's like, 2 weeks later, he's at Apple, and everybody's talking about how to offer the users a better experience. So he said, in the process of helping out the Microsoft team as a thank you gift, they gave him a Zune. And anybody that had one or knows the Zune or remembers the Zune, it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. Had a dope interface, super easy to use, had a nice screen. It was kind of nice. But when Microsoft made the Zune, they were focused on trying to beat Apple because the iPod was just normal at that point. It was the number one player in the world. When the Zune came out, Apple didn't, I know because I was there at this point, we didn't spend 1 second looking at, oh my God, the Zune's coming, we better make some changes. We kept doing what we were doing. How to make the iPod better to provide a better experience and give the clients a better, management of their music library and their enjoyment and all of the above. Never at any of the meetings, any of the talk on campus, any of the signs, any of the conversations, any of the whatever, nothing was about beating Microsoft. It never even came up. Now, that's one of many anecdotes, but we're not playing sports, fam. We're trying to support our clients. We're trying to support our audience. Your goal isn't to beat your competition. Your goal is to be the best you for your audience. And so to close that story out, Simon said he was taking a taxi with one of the Apple execs, and he couldn't help himself. Just to be a jackass, he was like, yo, check this out. Microsoft gave me the Zune. It's really, really great. And I hate to say this, it's better than the iPod. And you know what the Apple exec told him? Yeah, I don't doubt it. And that's it. He didn't say anything else. He didn't try to defend. He just said, yeah, probably right. Because he didn't care. Because he wasn't about trying to beat Zune. He was trying to make it for us. Do you know that probably like a year or two later, first of all, there is no more Zune. And second of all, when anybody mentioned any MP3 player, whether it was Apple or not, they called it an iPod. When you're focused on your legacy, focused on making moves, focused on making a difference, focused on making it better, focused on giving your people what they want, you don't give a what the competition is doing. You're not worried about, hey, you look like a jackass in the chat. You're not worried about, damn, you're old, damn, you're ugly, damn, you're fat, damn, you're black, white, Filipino, Chinese, whatever. None of that. You don't care. Because that's no effect on what your legacy setting. When someone looks you square down the nose and calls you a biatch, you don't care. Because you know where you're going. When you know where you're going, you don't have a fear of burning out. You're not having a fear of getting stuff done. Because it's just happening. Because you know exactly where you're going. That's the point. It's almost, this is going to sound crazy, but maybe this is a thing. I can't even say this is factual, but this is how I feel sometimes. I honestly feel that some of you guys manifest tech issues because you're actually scared to be doing what you're supposed to do. Because you really don't want it. That sounds crazy. And maybe it is crazy. Maybe that's right up there with child molesting pizza shop. But it's also possible because the brain is crazy like that. Plausible. I won't say possible. It's plausible. Maybe you're like people that be sick all the time stay sick because all they think about is being sick. So they stay forever sick. Yeah. Or sad people that stay sad because they make themselves sad. Psychological vampires, I call them. Maybe some of you guys manifest unnecessary tech issues or unnecessary issues because you really ain't ready to do what you're trying to do. You can have anything you want and find the right people to support anything you want once you become the right person. You can have anything you want and get the right people to support it by buying your stuff, following you, supporting you, all of the above. But not until you become the right person. We have examples of this breakdown in readiness every single month. Super sad situation. I'll follow up in class because I don't want to put this one out just yet. But a super sad situation this week happened from a brother who was on the come up, but probably wasn't the right person for the come up and sabotaged his entire freaking career. I'm done with that. Let me check you all real quick before I say bye. Thank you. So did I. That was amazing. Yes, you can set what folder you save it in. I have mine set to a folder called screenshots that's in my iCloud drive. Yeah, that's right. Aubrey is Apple fam like us. She knows. What if I said I can solve that problem in 15 seconds or less? Do you believe me? I'll try to start class early. You be there early, and we're going to solve that problem. Because, yeah, it's not a thing. What's happening, Stuart? Good to see you here, brother. Bruh, you know that. We got people right now that bought all of the gear. They still ain't producing content. Thank you, L Dubs. No, your screenshot gets stored to your hard drive. It exists. It exists. Dude, how the heck do you know that? Because that is exactly what we say. Shoots. Boom. Thank you, Jax. That's funny. Let me send you this real quick, Tommy, while I play the music out. I'm gonna DM you, Mr. Tommy. Okay, gang. Oh God, don't let Miss Diana know that I said that, because she would never let me live it down. She teases me about it 24/7. See you guys Tuesday. Hope to see the rest of y'all in class. Let's go.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people. This is a city I met all my best friends, and I wanna thank every break. I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great America.